Apparently, this is the same antibiotic they treat COVID patients with. Yeah, apparently. So I'm getting the good shit.
Oh yeah, you're getting you're getting the shit that works.
I'm getting the shit that works for sure because it's helping fight against a pandemic.
Yeah, doing God's work.
It's doing God's work.
And
Oh
with
my
that,
god.
we are in the 5th episode of Just Ian Podcast, Quarantime Edition. Back on the
Oh, we're recording.
yeah, I was recording. Were you not
I,
recording?
okay. Well, I fuck. Well, now. Oh, well, my audio is not gonna hear that first bit.
Oh,
Me saying all that.
it's whatever I'm recording right now is pretty decent, so it's okay. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
hello everyone. We are wait, no. That's a cold open. That's a cold open.
yeah.
Roll the
That
intro
was a cold open.
music that we now have.
I tried Viagra for the first time.
Coffees for people who can't cut.
No, fuck that.
Refresh your sock wardrobe.
I'm going to gym.
Looking pretentious.
Got you. Listen up. Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Justin Ian Podcast. Hello, we are back on the fucking digital
Discord.
side. Yeah, we are back on the digital
Because-
side because someone almost got the Ronins.
COVID. Yeah, I got really sick. I
You
still
are
am.
still
I'm
currently sick.
I'm still sick, but like I said, thanks to our sponsor, I've been
you know what's
feeling
funny?
much better.
It's whited. It's overexposed. So if you
I
had
mean, good. We probably shouldn't be showing
No,
that
we shouldn't
anymore.
be. I think there's some loss against showing.
I mean,
drugs on
I'm very
camera.
happy. I can't even pronounce anzizismean. Like
Yes.
it's pretty hard.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's on the docket today, buddy?
So today, well, we cleared up why we went from a video. I mean, we went from a live
Oh, I know.
live recording
Oh,
back to
remember what I said?
digital.
I
What
was
did you
like,
say?
this set will only be a one-time thing.
Oh yeah, oh my god.
and I was right.
God
And
damn
I
it.
was right.
God damn it.
We really stepped it up for our comeback, and we stepped it all the way back to fucking one.
Yep.
For this for this shit again.
It's okay.
Yeah, I got sick. You know,
Mhm.
had a fever, cough. You know, the flu, essentially.
He basically
which is
got
basically
everything that you get with Mr. Ronesy,
COVID.
but
Ronesies, yeah.
without the title of Ronesy. So he didn't even get like in the stats.
I know. I got. Damn it! I didn't even get it. I got fucking tested though. That shit was terrible, man. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I heard it was
I-
spicy. You said
It was spicy. I described it to Justin as spicy. It was an experience because the lady did not do it. She didn't count down or anything. She's just like, lift your head up. I'm like, okay. She's like, put your
Boom.
mask down. And then boom. And I'm like, oh shit.
He like socked
I'm
you.
like,
Puff.
I'm like, oh fuck. Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Right in
She's like,
there.
you're
huh?
good. She's like, you're good. You're good.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then,
you're frozen for a
yeah.
second. Yeah, you froze
It's
for
all
a second.
good.
Oh,
okay.
ooh, I
Obviously.
talked to my other friend who also got tested, and she said it wasn't that bad.
At first it wasn't. At first I'm like, okay, it's in my nose. Okay, it's a little deeper. And then when they start twirling it, I'm like, oh shit.
Oh,
It's
shit.
because you feel it.
Like
Like
touch your
you
brain.
You feel it at the back of your eye. I'm like, oh, get out of there. You're not supposed to be there. Oh no.
I can't even
Yeah.
put my finger up that far.
This is as far as I can go. Oh my god. That was pretty deep. I mean, that was your pinky.
Yeah. No, don't. If you twist your pinky, it goes higher. Don't get it stuck, man.
Yeah. I need to wipe that shit off.
I just wiped it on my pants. Okay, well, so today
Ew.
me and Ian watched quite a few films more than last time. We watched 2. Oh, yeah. Oof.
It's for the 3D. It's for the 3D viewers.
Did I-
Whoa.
Whoa. So yeah, today we are going to be reviewing 2 more films than we did last time.
A double feature.
A double
We're-
feature, if you will.
A double creature feature fister. A Fincher fister.
Fincher. Oh, I was trying to see if I can
What?
make a joke about any of the 2 like that converge in together in like one overall theme.
I don't even know who the directors are.
I
I
guess-
know. Well, I know Lee Whannell. Lee Whannell
We know.
is the guy who
And then
is the
I think
one who
other
directed
guy, I
Upgrade.
think the other guy was Craig. But we'll,
Craig. It's Craig.
we'll save it towards the end.
What movies did we watch though, buddy?
I thought we were gonna save it for the end. For the
Oh,
middle.
so what are we doing?
'Kay.
So what are we doing now?
Let's talk about what transpired recently in the fashion realm.
Oh, what happened, buddy?
So
What happened?
Louis Vuitton had their show, their menswear show
Ooh,
with
nice.
Mr. Virgil Abloh.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. $50.
That Mr. Mr. 50, Mr. 50.
The second 50.
His the new shit it's cool though. I like it.
And apparently it is all stolen.
No.
So
No.
he's put out well, not all stolen. A few signature ideas. So you know how for those not listening, he put a lot of suiting with bright colors, so like really bright reds, bright blues, stuff like that. And he also put like plush toys attached to the garments. So another designer had done that, and that was his signature. Let me pull it up. There was a Hypebeast article about it. Yes, Hypebeast. They do other things besides sneakers and stuff. Yeah, I will send the link. Okay, so yeah, what did you think of the collection? I sent you a few of the looks, and
I thought they were cool. I thought they were very interesting. I really like the take they were taking with the campaign, with the characters and stuff. That was very trippy. That was very I was talking to Justin. I'm like, it reminded me very of Adventure Time-ish because you know
the
those
cartoons especially.
Yeah, like the short like little films that they would play with it. It was very quirky and very it had like the same.
Yeah, I felt that.
It felt like Midnight Gospel and Adventure Time because it had a very dream-like, almost like psychedelic, feeling to it. Because it was just like they would say all this like very vague, openly deep shit, and you're like, what? What the hell does that mean?
What is there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's just a thing that popped up by your name. It says I Ruin.
Yeah, you can cut that out because I'm using a fucking third party for my camera right now.
Oh, okay. I'll
Yeah.
flash it. Well, I said it anyways. Okay, so the article. So
You sent it?
The designer is Walter Van. Sorry, I just clicked up the link. Sorry, Walter Van Bierenduk. And he was a original member of the Antwerp Six. If you know fashion, you know what those men's are. Those are very influential figures in the high fashion world. So yeah, they are. So the claims that he say are again with the bright colors and the fucking stuffed animals stuff strapped or embedded into the garments as the sighting. And then they're also saying the eyewear. I like the eyewear. One of their like most signature, or well, one of the pieces that they are kind of recurrently like. That's one of the big headlining pieces. Is like the glasses that go like this. So one eye is like a regular size, and then the other eye is like, expanded, and it makes it look like the emoji with the eyebrows.
Like it's asymmetrical, like a huh.
Like a huh.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
mister?
for the audio listeners, it's the one where one eyebrow is bigger than the other.
Think about the face you make when someone, it's like I know you're not talking to me. It's like that face.
Yeah, it's cool. I like that. That was like the stand. Isn't it
supposed to be like like that wolf character that they animated? It's like it's supposed to be based off like his face because he's always like, huh?
No,
like not the wolf, the dragon. Sorry, not the wolf.
I don't know. Maybe I know that
his face is very like.
I know like the dog character has like glasses that are like,
or maybe it's the dog
the triangles. But then they actually made those glasses, and it's a filter too. They have the filter on Instagram.
Anyways, but yeah, regardless, the
so yeah, so he is getting some heat as always. And
Virgil.
Yeah, I think and then that was kind of bringing me into speaking about Diet Prada. So I watched a few videos on Diet Prada recently, like video essays and reports on Diet Prada and how like sometimes they miss the mark, but they don't. Like, you know how if you're journalistic or like you're a journalistic journal thingy, like you do journalism. I don't know. That was you're like if you say something wrong, you're supposed to say, "Oh, we did this wrong."
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to correct yourself.
You're supposed to correct it and accept it.
Yeah.
But what they were doing is like one of the things they did was when Yeezy announced the Gap collection, they did a mock-up collection of what the pieces would be, and they were all like because Kanye had some Trump affiliation, so they were like, "Oh, MAGA with Gap logos and stuff like that," and whatever. And then a lot of people didn't like it at the time. So then they put an edit like in the caption. They're like, "Oh, we missed the mark with this. It's supposed to be satirical or whatever," and then they took it down completely.
Yeah,
I don't think you can find it on their page right now. So, and then there was another GQ article on it about who cancels the cancelers because I think that like That's what the GQ article is about. How they were like they are like the cancelers in fashion, right? If you're a big brand and then you do something wrong, you're gonna get on Diet Prada's radar, and then you're gonna get like fucking canceled. But that
Right.
brings about it too, right? The only people who can really cancel people are the people who support it in the first place. Like if or me or you, or what's it called? There's a brand that they cancel, but me and you never heard of it. We can't really do anything to cancel it, or like people who don't really know about it, they have no power in canceling it. You can say like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck this brand,
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, you didn't spend any money on the brand. You didn't care about the brand to begin with.
It's
So-
kind of like it's a moot point at that point because you're a third party looking in, like you weren't even in there to like, you know, you'd have no stake in that game.
Exactly. So that's what I was thinking too. And I think the comedian Andrew Schultz made a monologue about cancelers and how you can't really cancel any, like, the only people who actually have power in canceling someone is their followers. And like that's what I was thinking about too, because I'm like, I think sometimes we joke around like, oh, this shit's gonna get us canceled, like something we off, like an odd
Yeah.
off joke is gonna get cut out and whatever. But I'm like,
Yeah.
who cares?
What do you what do you mean who cares? Like who like what do you mean? Expand on what do you mean who cares?
Like, who cares? So if someone were to cut it out and then they're like, oh my god, they did this, then if they were a third party, then it doesn't really matter that they.
Oh, I guess.
But then
Well,
it
I
would only
guess so.
matter if people who do care and support us are like, oh, Justin, Ian, you fucked up. We're gonna cut you out. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
that's when that's
It would matter.
That's when it
more
matters.
if we knew you.
yeah, exactly.
Like if someone who we know and's been watching us, they're like, yeah, that joke was in poor taste. It's like, oh,
But you know
we
what's
disappointed
funny?
you.
No one, considering we're still doing the podcast and we're still getting like a decent amount of people listening, like 20 people. Like that's like a small classroom of children.
That is a small classroom. Yeah, no one said anything. No one said anything.
No one said
I mean,
anything.
not like I'm not fucking saying like there's something to dig up that you
no,
could
like
find.
no one's saying like anything. No one's like, oh, Justin, just listen to your newest episode. It was whatever.
Yeah.
People are listening, and there's no one, and we don't know who is. So, thanks.
Passively listening, love it.
That's
mean,
what I've been
they
doing
gotta
with
be.
podcasts too. Oh my god,
What?
that's what I've been doing with podcasts too. When I play COD by myself, that's podcast time. That's podcast.
That's
time.
podcast time. That's
Yeah.
when you listen to podcasts when you play COD.
Oh yeah, 'cause, like it's a good time because like this podcast is an hour, so that's the time I play for COD. Right, I can only listen to COD for this hour, or I can only listen to COD. I can only play COD for this hour.
I mean, yeah, I guess Call of Duty doesn't really require that much, concentration.
No, especially if you're just trying to like fuck around and just do something. Because I always feel bad when I listen to a podcast and I'm not doing anything else.
You feel bad?
Not bad. I feel
Unproductive?
yeah, because podcasts are like passive. Something. You
I
can
mean,
do very
yeah, I mean, if
passively.
you're only listening to a podcast, like if you're watching it, that's different. Because watching it is
there's
you
a
know, that's two
visual
things that-
engagement.
Yeah. But if you're currently only listening to the podcast and it's like, well, you should be doing chores. Why don't you go do some laundry while doing this? Like, why don't you
Do a workout.
do a workout?
Get that
cook
seventh
some
set. All right.
cook some dinner.
Do something you haven't done yet.
Jerk off and listen to a podcast.
Imagine they're like. So yeah.
This is Mhm.
Yeah, I love that
Mhm.
movie. You know, it was so good. The cinematography was so sick.
Yeah, you're so right, Justin.
It's
It's like,
what the fuck? This is so strange. Who's doing this?
like a guy who only jerks off, or girl who jerks off with no porn. So she's like, I
just
can be
need
doing something else.
or they
I
just
need
put,
some
like,
sound.
like they just put like their like they have a computer
They-
and they have their phone, so they do it on their phone. But then they
They
turn
play-
their computer on with and they put this on, so it
They're
seems like
watching
they're watching
porn
something.
with no sound, and
Mhm.
they play NPR in the background.
Yeah,
That's exactly
Just
what that's what you
divert
should
it.
be doing.
divert the
That's what-
attention.
That's what you should be doing with this podcast. You should be jerking off while listening to us.
They're like, damn it, we've been caught. So let's get on to the reviews.
Let's get right on to the reviews.
We
Yeah,
should
me
get
and Justin-
let's have a movie intro. No, that's Chris Stuckman's. We'll make an intro.
Movies.
Bow,
That's it.
bow, 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 bow. Reviews.
Movies. That's it.
All right, today on movies.
Movies. Me and Justin watched upgrade. and the hunt.
So for the purposes of clipping this and putting it on YouTube later, let's start with The Hunt. The Hunt is a 2019 movie that released in March, but as a result of
What
Larone's,
happened, Justin?
it got
What happened?
shut down. But
Even
before
this
that,
movie already, going into it, there was already a controversy.
it was
What
initially
indigestion?
supposed to release in August of 2019, but then
Yes,
some
sir.
controversy around the marketing made it push to. We made it shelved at one point, and then I think during December they're like, "All right, we're just gonna drop it in March or February."
Because I think when that movie was coming out at the same time, a tragedy happened.
there was a shooting. It was a
shooting in the U.S.
Yeah,
that was not very good, and the movie is very gun centric. I mean, I never got the idea behind like, oh, the movie is glorifying gun. It's not. It just it happens to have guns in it.
And then I think the other thing that they were saying was, I think the marketing at the beginning when they were doing that, before they did that, like the initial wave of marketing for when they were going to release it in September or whatever, when they were going to release it, I think they made it seem very dramatic. Like, oh, this is going to be like a Hunger Games kind of like semi-serious thing. I didn't think the marketing made it seem like it wasn't going to be satirical at all, which was an interesting play. Because I think if they were going to run with that, then people were going to be like, oh my gosh, what? I thought this was going to be like a standard action horror, but it was actually completely opposite.
So that's what I remember. I only watched one trailer for The Hunt.
Probably one of the OG trailers.
Yeah, and that's what I remembered going in. I'm like, okay, Emma Roberts is in it. She's like the main person. And then that other guy who's from TV, fucking This Is Us, him, blonde guy. You know what I'm talking about, right, Justin?
Was he the guy with the shotgun?
He was the guy who was like the hunter.
The guy in the convenience store?
No, the guy he was like kind of made up, like played up to be like the action star, like the handsome blonde guy.
Yes, that guy.
Him. He was like after Emma Roberts' head gets
Wait. Hold on.
Is this okay?
Hold on.
Beep it out.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me just get through the synopsis and then we can go into the spoilers. Okay, so summarizing it, a group of elites collect a bunch of rednecks and send them off into a mysterious
deplorables.
Land. Yeah, deplorables, and they send them off into this mysterious land to be hunted for sport.
Hunted for sport.
Hunted for sport.
They're gonna track them down and hunt them for sport.
They're gonna track
We
them.
like to see them run. We want to see them big for their lives. But the elites are all. Here's the biggest twist, guys. The elites are liberals.
No, that's not the
That's the big twist.
That's the big twist.
That's the big twist.
Totally.
They're liberals.
Oh my god. So
But
so that's the synopsis. We are going to
get 12. So it's like, elites versus a party of 12
random
lower class random Americans, and they're just hunting them for funs, for shits and giggles, essentially.
Yeah, or a sort of revenge fantasy. Is it revenge? Is it just for fun? You will have to find out. Who knows? And this is where we say, if you haven't watched The Hunt yet, you can watch it now on VOD, or if you're in Canada, theaters have reopened, and you can now watch it in theaters, as I did.
Or illegal movie streaming services.
So yeah, hopefully you actually watch the film like we recommended you do, and just pause it, because you can pause things now.
Yep. Come back to us later.
Yeah.
We'll be right here. We're not going anywhere.
So, the movie, Ian, what are your thoughts?
Oh my God. Okay, so I texted Justin after saying I'm not sure how I feel about the movie. The movie, I feel like it tried saying something, like in the grand scheme of things. Like, I feel like it wanted to say something, but it was saying just so much about everyone. Like, that's the thing I can respect about the movie. It doesn't just jab at one side of the
political
spectrum,
world.
the political spectrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like one for one.
It is exactly. It isn't just like a look at these snowflakes, but it's like, oh, look at these snowflakes and look at these stupid
rednecks.
Look, also rednecks. Yeah. And so it was very confusing about the perspective at which the movie wanted to talk about. But midway through, I'm just like, okay, so there isn't anything really being said, maybe, but it is just a lot of
no.
It is a lot of satire.
Yeah, no big meat. No big meat.
Yeah, no big meat, a lot of satire, but big action.
The action was
Big
great.
action. Oh,
The
love
action
it.
pieces, because they were not like massive action pieces except the ending, but they were like
No.
very controlled and very like intimate, and they were
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they were very comedic too.
Very shot well. Shot very, very well.
Yeah, beautiful. But the only problem for me was when I was in the theater, they had to keep the doors open, so you could see the light from the hallway bleed in, and it kind of made the picture. The projection was a little but you could. I muscled through it. But yeah, I
You're
thought
such a tough man.
I know. But so on that, I think they were I think they kind of wanted to make it so it was as least alienating as possible. But if you were on, like, everyone would feel the shots, right?
Yeah.
Either way you swung, you would feel a little bit one way. It wouldn't be like.
I mean,
"Hi."
I think you'd get the most enjoyment out of this movie if you understand, if you can take a joke, if you can, like, it doesn't matter where you are on the spectrum of politics, if you're more right than left or vice versa. If you shouldn't feel attacked, or you shouldn't think like, oh, this movie is stupid because it's making fun of my beliefs. It's like, no, it's making fun of
Everyone's
society.
Yeah.
It's society. It's just funny. It's really it's a lot of heart. There's a lot of heart in here. Like it's because they make fun of two people, like two parties on the very far both sides of the spectrum, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
Everyone
like
gets hit.
it's very exaggerated.
All right.
So I think it's funny.
I think, and that was too, like, that was an interesting point about it too, because like, although that was like the backbone of the thing was trying to be like that, I think most of the whole point of the movie, a lot of the movie was centered around this girl just killing people.
Oh my God, what's the main actress's name?
She was in Glow with Alison Brie on Netflix. where
Yeah, I
she's
heard of that.
The Hunt.
But she's great. She's great in this movie. She plays.
Oh my gosh, this is such an excellent performance. It's
the way
so
she plays
cool.
the
So
characters,
cool.
it's so cool. She doesn't give a fuck.
No, she does not give a fuck. Okay, Betty Gilpin, amazing performance. Betty.
Betty Gilpin.
Yeah,
Killed it.
Killed it.
Amazing.
Even the other characters were solid too. Like some of the
oh, dude. Okay, so now that you said it, we can talk about spoilers.
Yeah.
I love the red herring the first 10 minutes gave us.
Oh yeah,
It's just
like they put two or they put three decent like Hollywood people that you may aren't A-list, but they're definitely B-list, and they're like
B-list, yeah.
they're decently known. So first Emma Roberts, she gets popped.
Yeah.
Then the guy from
This Is Us.
He gets blown up.
Exploded.
He gets bodied. Oh, that was such a funny bit with the girl who gets stuck in the spike pit, and then she has to get out, and then she gets stuck again.
Oh my God, when she falls into the hole, she's like, "It's my birthday," and he's like, "Okay, I don't care. Come on, we gotta get you out."
And
of
she
here.
pulls him out, and she just and then literally steps on a landmine, back in the hole.
His face, he's like, "Oh shit."
But the
And then
funny
he
thing
fucking
is,
explodes. And then the third guy is that guy from he's been in a whole bunch of
he's in a comedy movies. Yeah, he was in.
He's in Neighbors.
Yeah, he was in Neighbors. And the funny thing I think about the landmine thing is like, I don't know if you watched the Five Bloods.
I did.
Remember, when they stepped on the landmine, it didn't blow up until he stepped off.
Yeah,
so if
until
that
he
guy
stepped
never
off.
stepped off, then he would have been fine. But I guess they wanted.
Yeah.
I guess he killed himself, so he just stepped
Maybe
off.
maybe he shifted pressure or something.
Yeah,
I don't
whatever.
know.
But he's dead, so he died.
He died.
But I like how
Yeah.
they kind of teased in Betty in the beginning, like she was there.
Yeah. She was different. She was just rubbing the needle on her hair to get a compass.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah. She's like, hey, and then Betty's just like, I don't fucking give a shit.
Like, ooh.
Yeah, because they have gags. They have gags in their mouth. Oh, whoa, oh.
Yeah, so that was that first act where you literally go through like three different characters, and then I think his name's Ike, whatever.
Yeah,
I think that's the actor's name.
But yeah, they
Ike
all just
Barnhole Ditz.
I really liked it because, like, most battle royale movies, like, you have to learn about every character.
No, but they kill all the characters in the first.
This
5
one is
minutes.
just like no one gives a shit, just dropping flies, like they don't matter.
I think there's 12 people, and I think they kill off like 7.
like 6 in the
I think
first
they kill like
10 minutes.
I think exactly. Everyone, you don't even get to you only really hang out with like 3.
Like no, legit, because once they get into
4?
the convenience store. Like most of them are dead, 3 more die.
Yeah.
And then yeah. It's so good. You texted me saying I should pay attention to her
faces. She makes the funniest faces in the movie.
One of my favorite faces is when she
In the
goes
car?
into the elite. in the car.
When in the car where they're driving right with the fake embassy guy, and she goes.
No,
I'll send
the
it
one
to you. I'll
where
send it to you. It's really funny.
I remember that one. The one where she goes into the bunker with all the elites, and then the girl pulls out the bow,
And she
then
goes-
her face. She goes. Ugh.
Oh yeah, she scares
she's
them
like, she's like, ugh.
like a ghost.
Yeah. Then she murders them. Murders all of
I
them.
know, cause she's
She-
so cold. It was like, hey
Yeah.
bitch, poof poof poof. I'm like,
Yeah, she's like,
whoa.
sup, bitches. And you find out
She
she
said
fucking served in fucking Afghanistan.
And she's talking to the
Yeah,
consultant
she's like, it's like where it was like, oh, did you serve? She's like, I was
in the
Coast
National
Guard.
Guard, and she's like, you.
yeah. It's like, sir, you weren't in the shits, and he's like, no,
Well, I'm in the shits now. She's like, that's a
He's
good way of thinking of it.
Pop.
Cold.
Yeah, so cold. She kind of, I don't know why. If they rebooted Kill Bill, I wouldn't mind her as Kiddo.
Oh, she could.
But
do
it'd be a very different kind of Kiddo.
Yeah,
though.
it would be like so cold but so cool. Cause like
Yeah.
throughout the whole movie, she doesn't say much. Like Gary, when she was talking to when they first met Gary, she's like, "Fuck off, Gary," or he's
Yeah,
like,
she's like,
"Hi, I'm Gary."
Hi, I'm Gary.
She's like, "Shut the
you know,
fuck
she's
up,
like,
Gary."
Shut the fuck up, Gary. And she's like taking a piss in front of him. She's like, shut the fuck up, Gary.
Oh, it's cold. And then, the action scenes were really well shot too. It wasn't less like
Choppy. It
No,
wasn't
it
like
wasn't choppy. It was
20
pretty solid.
million fucking jumps to show 3 kicks.
no, it was solid. And they
yeah,
were all
very-
very concentrated as well. Like as I said before, like there was a big action one in the beginning, and then when she goes to the bunker, that's the main one, and then there's one at the end.
I will say the movie
Hillary
has very good that's the actress's name. But I was gonna say the movie had very good forward momentum. It was just very
had good pace.
Like it was very like there was always something at the end of every scene that pushed it forward to do
Yeah, it
something
was very
else.
engaging.
It was very good. It was very good. Fucking but yeah, you know, like you said, it's a political satire.
Yeah.
And in this political satire, you shouldn't take it too seriously.
No.
Because like remember in the embassy driver when she runs over her head
Yeah.
and she opens the trunk and there's a little caboodle and it's like drawn with crayon that said bribe money.
Oh yeah.
It's like bribe money and stuff, and she opens this little kid caboodle, and there's like fucking millions of dollars.
For those who are also confused about what a caboodle is, it's like Tupperware,
It's like Tupperware, like a little child's pencil case,
like a Tupperware
this-
container of
like Ukrainian 5 million euros or some shit like that.
not Ukrainian euros. Euros
I
are
don't know.
euros.
I'm just saying stuff, okay, Justin.
But yeah,
I'm not educated. But yeah, it's very funny.
That
Most of it is just stupid.
that ending fight scene was so sick too.
I was laughing so hard when she was explaining their plan. Like she was like, we were never gonna do the manor until everyone blew it up out of proportion. So we did the manor to show you. And then she's like, so it sounds like you just did the manor. Like you
did what
proved us right.
Yeah, and she's like, and they're like, she's like, fuck it, and they fucking had a fight.
Yeah. And fucking classic. She's like, it's like, no, you did this. I'm like, shut up, man.
I think it had a good bit of self-awareness as well.
Yeah. The jackrabbit at the end, the whole jackrabbit story.
Yeah. Oh, that was so
And it-
fucked up at the end.
Yeah,
She's like,
so fucked up.
oh my gosh.
the
'Cause I
fucking
think
jackrabbit.
that was like
came
the
in.
most intense like telling of the tortoise and the hare I heard in my life.
I know. I'm like, oh yeah, then the tortoise one's again. Then the jackrabbit came and
Killed their
crunched up the-
family. I'm like, whoa, that's new.
Do you think Don?
Was
Did you
part
think
of it?
Don?
No, Don wasn't part of it.
He wasn't, right?
Me
He
and
wasn't.
I went through after I watched it the second time, and I went through. I counted everyone who died, and then I went to the final. When Betty Gilpin's character goes into the house and she looks at the bulletin board of all their faces. Don's not there.
Yep.
It's only 11.
Oh,
Yeah, we counted it. Or I counted it. It was only 11.
so Don was part of the elites.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Sneaky.
and I think I liked how, like, even you would just have the bribe money. I think they did very good, like, background placements. If you're looking around, you can pay attention to see some information that you might have not gotten.
Mhm.
Pretty solid.
Yeah,
I would say.
I will say the character there's not really a lot of character development in it,
No.
but you don't really need it
it's
because
very entertaining and it's very fun.
everyone fucking dies anyway, so it's not like you need to know anyone.
No, you just need
The
to,
elites the elites are just elites. Like they're kind of annoying, so you kind of want them to die a little bit.
And the rednecks are kind of dumb, so you just want them to die.
Yeah, the rednecks are just really stupid, so it's whatever.
Fucking
The thing
Florida
about-
guy with the guy had instead of a teardrop tattoo, he had a Florida tattoo.
Oh yeah, him, the guy who was like fucking who looked like fucking it was like hoodie, wife beater, long ass shorts, fucking
Yeah,
Nike
someone from the
SBs.
2000s.
Yeah. Your little fucking shaved head mohawk. Yeah, it was
Yeah, I like how
Yeah.
they did like they stereotyped everyone. Was a
just white
stereotype.
trash, just a white like country trash.
And then I like how they kind of hit on the idea of like, oh, like diversity, and they're like, you can't put a black guy in there. You can't put a black guy
Yeah.
into murder.
Yeah, no, yeah, but it's like we gotta. If we don't, then we're not giving. Not it's like it's more racist if we don't include them.
Oh, that's what I had an idea too. I thought that was very interesting because like at the point where she goes to do the final battle, like they go to a flashback, and I was like, if they didn't do the flashback, that would have been a really short movie.
Yeah, it would.
I thought it would have been a weird way to like. That was really quick. Like they went through
Mhm.
the whole thing really quickly. But I think that flashback at the middle, like right in between
Mhm.
second and third act, I think that was a solid point to do a flashback.
Yeah, it was. I think didn't they do the flashback like right after she like
She-
fucked up the bunker?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
there were some good like not scares. There were some good kills in there too. Like when they went to go, the guy was going for a pee, and then he had the pig, and he was like, "Is this your pig?"
Yep. Slit his throat.
Oh,
That guy was annoying. That guy was annoying as hell.
everyone was a
fucking-
little annoying.
there were a lot of funny conversations there.
Yeah,
Like remember that
side
conversation between the two convenience store owners, and it's like
Oh
like,
yeah, don't drink that
you-
poison.
no,
And then-
no, it's
the
like,
other
you
one.
can't
Oh, the black.
you can't
on
you can't
the term
say black.
blacks.
It's like you can't say black, and she's like, oh yes we can again. And I was like, that's you should say that. It's like who said that? NPR is like yeah. It's like well, who's on NPR, honey? It's like white people.
Yeah, it was solid bits. There's a lot of
Yeah.
good comedic little tidbits sprinkled out through the picture.
Yeah.
So let's
yeah.
close it out before we get to. Let's close it out, Ian. How would
Mm-hmm.
you? What do you rate this picture?
It's fun. It's a fun time. It's a good watch. I'm gonna give it a B plus.
B plus. I will give it
Yeah.
a solid 7.5. I gotta put that score on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I gotta add it to the list.
7.5 from Justin.
Yeah, if you're in La Canada or La Toronto or La Ontario, and your theaters are opening back up, this would be a solid movie to go back to the theaters to.
It's kind of gory, so beware of that.
Yeah, and it's a little, no, it is. Yeah, that describes it well. And yeah, but if you can set aside that and just watch it as an engaging, like a pretty
Yeah.
action movie with some little satirical elements in it, I think you'll enjoy it. Or even just enjoy the fucking action and Betty Gilpin kicking ass in the most stone
how much-
cold comedic way I've seen in
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
Ian, would you like to introduce Upgrade?
In this futuristic cyberpunk horror psychological thriller action movie, Tom Hardy Walmart edition.
Walmart edition.
Walmart Tom Hardy gets paralyzed after a horrible accident with his wife. So Walmart Dan DeHaan has to
Don
give
DeHaan? Isn't it Dane
Yeah.
DeHaan, or you pronounce it
Da-
properly?
oh no, it's Dane. You're right. It's Dane.
I
Walmart
thought you were
Dane
just trying to
DeHaan.
be funny with Don DeHaan.
No, I fucked up. Walmart
continue.
Dane DeHaan gives Walmart Tom Hardy Walmart Venom, and we get one of the goriest buddy cop fighting crime
Cyberpunk movies in a
Cyberpunk
long time.
in a while. It's a good time.
I think it's
Justin.
probably one of the first cyberpunk buddy cop movies.
yeah. It kind of reminds me of like Ex Machina and Venom. Just
Yeah, it is very. Oh, I mean, it does help that the guy looks like Tom Hardy, but it's very
Yeah, it
similar to
does.
Venom.
yeah.
Oh,
It's like if Venom wasn't a bully.
no,
like
or if Venom wasn't a Marvel property.
yeah, 100%. But honestly, the world is so well built in
Construction.
just
Yeah, it is.
like it's very
World building
fleshed
is
out.
so exceptional in this picture.
It's the world building is like,
But it is like
really
they do.
quick.
There's a lot of good details throughout the movie that are placed around the movie that like the
because it's not
self-driving-
that far off
No, it
from what we're
definitely
already
seems-
trying to do.
definitely seems grounded. Seems very
Like
grounded.
this movie was made when 2018.
Yeah,
You're telling me those self-driving trucks didn't look like a Cybertruck? Come
Oh,
on.
it looks
like,
so much like a Cybertruck.
like they like
and then the
Elon
drones,
nailed it.
and then the
The
drones,
drones too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this movie is also a fucking it's a thriller and
Yeah.
it's really
It does
fucking
have
just
some
good.
it does have some comedic bits, but this is definitely the more
Oh.
gory movie versus.
And that's it's the
I
guy
think
who
it's an understatement
directed.
for gory. That was
It's
it got brutal. It got brutal.
The great thing about this movie is, dude, it had a pretty small budget.
Yeah,
3 million.
and
3 million.
Yeah, and it was solid. Solid.
And
Like
you can-
considering how much VFX there it was in, all the VFX are
Yeah.
really solid.
Lighting's amazing, colors are amazing, you know, like shot composition's amazing, and the blood and gore, like for whatever money they had, they made it work.
They made it work.
It was
beautiful.
bro. The first kill is fucking disgusting.
Oh
with the
my
knife.
god!
And it goes,
Literally, that's some like fucking whatever. Spoilers. Sorry,
Yeah,
this movie's 2
It's
years
fine.
old.
yeah,
Literally when you like Bakara that shit, when you could like,
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
so fucked.
and then when
Like,
they
he's
did, and the
Stem, he has a
cinematography,
knife. I love
That
the
idea,
effect that they did.
like
How they
did
stabilized
the
it to his
stabilized
body.
thing. Yeah, they stabilized the camera to the actor, and
Yeah.
that's when he went out of control of his body, and that's how it would feel like, right? If you were to,
Yeah.
like for him, the main character, he gets into an accident and he becomes a quadriplegic, but then he gets a
Mhm.
surgery to get his movement back, but he gets his movement back through help with a little like a little
AI.
AI, a little robot guy in his spine, and like he can take over his body at any point, right?
Mhm. Given permission, he's like,
With
take over my
permission,
body,
yeah.
Stem.
And then like,
Yeah.
at that point, like he doesn't like he probably loses all control of his like underneath his body.
His neck
And he
down,
literally
neck
just, like,
down. He can't.
He's literally just like a camera, and that's how it feels. And like they got that like feeling so well.
But yeah, the the good thing about the movie, it's crazy because like the actor, I'm pretty sure he was doing his own stunts, but to kick ass and then to show
Like,
like
you
through your
didn't want to
face,
kick ass. It's
he's
so
like, oh,
such.
he's like, I'm so sorry.
Don't-
Oh my,
I don't
He, like,
mean. But it
doesn't
was
wanna
so
look.
fluid and like like the way he
Yeah.
fought was beautiful. Like his stunt, like the stunt work
Yeah.
and the fight choreography was like considering like it's supposed to be so robotic and like calculated, and he did it like
Yeah.
flawlessly. Like
Yeah.
like instead
It's
of dodging
crazy.
a punch like normally would, like you would like fucking like this like
Yeah,
this.
he
He
would, like,
literally just like touch him like a fucking b-boy
Yeah.
from the 2000s, just like fucking tutting and shit.
yeah, just
Cutting his way in a fist fight.
And the sound effects they'd add when he's moving, like, just like
Yeah.
it's a fucking piston or something,
Like
just
a
like
fucking
moving
transformer.
him. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really good. And you know, aside from the action and the gore, it's like, you know, it's a short movie, an hour and 30 minutes. So like the it's very fast. It's very fast paced, and it's like it's not convoluted or anything. Maybe
No.
in the ending a little bit.
A little bit
Like-
at the end. It gets a little heavy in the end, but it's
It
okay.
gets a
Like
little-
it doesn't. It's not
yeah.
it works out for what they're trying to do.
Like,
Like it,
yeah.
it wraps everything up very well.
Yeah, because like when I first watched the movie, I kind of guessed, I'm like, okay, it's fucking Aaron. Like he's the one who's behind all this. Like that was just my theory. But then the little twist on a twist where it's like, oh, it was Stem.
The killer was inside of him in the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, but the ending did get a little exposition. He was like, why'd you do this, Stem? And he's like, I needed to break your mind. And I needed
become
to
you.
Yeah, it's like, I needed to clean up my mess.
I
It's
like that
okay.
psych out. I like that psych out at the end where he's
Yeah.
like alive and he can move, and then you're like psych, he's a fucking Terminator now.
Yep. Like the ending, I'm a fan of like bittersweet endings or
It
just
was
like
very
really dark.
bittersweet. It was very bittersweet.
Yeah. Like the end of Ex Machina. Like it reminded me of the ending of Ex
It
Machina.
is very much
to
like
me.
that ending of. It is almost the
Yeah.
exact same ending as Ex Machina.
Exact. Yeah.
It
'Cause,
is
you know-
legit the same ending of Ex Machina. If you didn't watch Ex Machina, the robot gets away at the end.
Also a really good movie. Yeah, the human character ends up like dying.
Did they come out at a similar time? Maybe.
No, I don't think so. I think Ex Machina came out before.
Yeah, Ex Machina came
Okay.
out 4 years before.
Whoa, 4 years. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Ex Machina came out 2014. Upgrade came out 2018.
Yes. But yeah. So besides like, you know, the little heavy-handed exposition at the end, besides that, the movie's great. Fast-paced, easy watch, entertaining
I
as
wouldn't
hell.
say it's an easy watch. It's
Okay.
It's quite
it's not an
brutal.
easy watch. Yeah, it's visceral as hell. It's very visceral, but you know, it's a fun watch. It's a very fun watch.
Yeah, and it is on Netflix, so you can watch it
Yes.
with ease.
No reason not to watch it.
reason not to watch it.
actually.
Ian
Yeah.
made a little graphic for STEM.
I did. I tried to make it like it was a if you're flipping through a magazine and you see like a little 1-page spread. It's like, well, STEM by Vessel Industries. Yeah, check it out on my Instagram.
Boom.
Ugali.jpg. Plug.
Boom. Plug that shit. All right,
Plug
Ian,
it.
let's close it out. What are
I'm
your
gonna give
final
this
notes on this movie?
I'm gonna give this movie. I liked it a little more than I liked The Hunt. Yeah, so I'm gonna say B plus also actually. B plus.
I'm gonna say
Both B plus.
since I did not watch this in theaters and I can't give movies I didn't watch in theaters like a proper numerical rating, but I will say you should watch this. At least
It's a good movie.
you should watch this. Okay, this is my new scale for watching things that aren't in theaters. So it's
Mhm.
don't watch it. Watch it passively. Watch it regularly. Watch it again. I'm gonna give it
Mhm.
a watch it regularly.
Regularly.
Just watch it regularly. Nice
It's a
4-point
one
scale.
time.
So don't watch it. Watch it passively. Watch it and then watch it twice.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna give it a watch it regularly.
regular. Just a watch it. Yeah, it's a good time.
And-
Good time with the boys if you watch it with the homies.
Oh, watch it
gonna
with
be like a lot
if you watch it with your friends,
it's
on
gonna
like
be a
that
lot
Netflix
of
online.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Yeah,
It's gonna be like a who, yuck.
ooh, and then at the end, what?
Bro, can we just talk about the fucking kill with the fucking
Yeah, before we
the
close
arm
it out, the
cannons?
last thing
It's like
that was such a crazy idea. Like fucking legit Terminator shit. Just fucking put a gun in your hand.
broke his arm, turned it around, and fucking popped
Shot
his own
himself.
head.
Yeah,
His head literally exploded.
There were some great ideas, like the cyberpunk ideas in this movie were like very.
The fucking
interesting.
guns were so sick. The prostate were he's plugging it into his arm.
It's a fucking handgun.
It's literally a fucking handgun. Exactly. He fucking does. Look how proud Justin was. Of
Yeah, that was such a
fucking
good
gun.
one.
He's like, is it look, and then he fucking and then.
I know. I'm surprised they did like just to like before we close out the review for sure. Like I'm surprised that they went like Iron Man instead of like fucking finger gun.
Imagine just like your fingertip comes off, and just pew.
Like you don't even have a fingertip. Like if you put your fingers like this, just like fucking transforms into like a barrel.
Yeah, I think it'd make more sense if they did this and then the hand came up and then it was just like a fucking barrel.
Yeah, it came out of their palm. But I guess biologically, like if you put the gun like a shotgun like this, then the hole would be like where Jesus got hung.
it makes sense for it to be like a.
I know, but in the movie, it made it like at first before they actually showed like the handguns, it made it look like the guy was going like this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just.
And that is our review of Upgrade.
STEM take over.
All right, Ian, let's close out this episode of the podcast with one last thing.
Okay.
Netflix bringing on the ability to slow down and speed up what you watch. Playback.
That's really a thing that they're bringing
Yeah,
to
Netflix.
Whoa. Imagine watching a movie in 1.25 speed.
Or a show.
Or a show. Oh, that can change streaming, man. That can change consumption. I mean, I know sometimes, like, but I don't know. Wouldn't that kind of feel like you're cheating the art a little bit if you did that to a movie? I wouldn't like that.
Yeah,
I would feel.
As a big proponent of ×2 and 1.75 on YouTube,
Yeah.
I think depending on the
On the movie.
on the whatever the content is, I think it doesn't matter. Like whatever, who cares? People like on YouTube it's like this. On illegal streaming sites, it's also like this.
I feel I would do it more for a TV show than a movie.
Yeah, just to binge
Unless
it.
the movie is like fucking The Irishman, where it's like 3 hours. I'm like, I feel like I can
Speed it up a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess again, it's personal preference. I think I was watching a video on it on two people commentating on it, and one guy was like really upset that they did it because like I get it, like the editing, everything is perfectly paced. You know, you go through everything, you make sure everything's perfectly timed.
Yeah.
And he's like, blah blah blah, whatever. And the other guy's like, doesn't really matter because like at the end of the day, if you were to go by that logic, then you shouldn't be able to press pause on a movie. And I think that's a similar kind of thing, right? Like
That's a good point, actually.
pressing pause and speeding it up, or just features that you
Yeah.
have access to as someone watching it and controlling it, like being able to control what you watch, like not necessarily in addition to picking like the fucking movie, but like controlling playback, right?
Yeah, never thought about it like that. That's a good point, actually.
It is.
Within,
It was a very
in
interesting
terms of
idea.
yeah.
And I think on the comments of that video, someone's like, "This is a non-argument. What's it called?" Because I think a few people, when Netflix first announced it, I think a few actors were like, "Oh no, don't do that. That's bad."
Mhm.
And then a few people were like, "Fuck you." But at the end of
Fuck
the
you.
day,
What do you know?
but I think it was interesting that Netflix decided to just announce that they were putting it in instead of just we put it in and then rolling it out, or we put it in,
Yeah.
they just put it in and then make news about it instead of doing a news about it and then rolling it in.
Yeah.
So it like brought attention to it because it would have definitely popped up on like a 12 Netflix secret features that you didn't know about. Like
Yeah, like if it just one day appeared on like on your fucking thing, it's like, oh, speed up, like choose your little thing. It's like, oh, like right next to the subtitles, it's like, oh, I can change my fucking speed all of a sudden.
yeah, I'm
That's
sure
cool.
people watch this on like 20 on
Oh, I'm
1.5,
sure.
and if
I'm
you don't,
sure.
like why would you sit through
we drag
regular
on quite a
motion of it?
bit.
Yeah. I do not edit this part. I don't cut shit out, so I don't know.
No, there's some pauses in here that you can definitely just double tap
Ooh.
through or something.
Yeah. Well, on that note, this is Just an Ian Podcast, Quarantine Edition,
Yes.
Episode 5. See you next
Yes.
week, where we might be interviewing someone, or we might not be interviewing someone. We will figure it
Maybe.
out in the interim.
Probably Justin will text me after this is literally done.
Or we can just or we'll turn off the recording and figure it out.
And we'll keep talking.
Yeah.
Because me and Justin are friends outside of this podcast, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah. Check Ian's streaming out.
Oh. Thanks for plugging my shit, buddy.
When this episode goes live, you will be streaming right on Twitch. I'm kidding. I don't know.
No.
We might not be.
No, I will not. I'm not well enough yet.
But
Bye.
see you later.
Later, skaters.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my god.